Story time, everybody. Buckle up. It's gonna be a doozy. NerdyDude stuff. For those of you keeping track at home, today's beer of the day is brought to you by El Segundo Brewing Company, called Steve Austin's Broken Skull IPA, sitting at 6.7% alcohol by volume. I'm going to read a little bit of the disserts on the can here. This is brewed and canned for El Segundo Brewing Company by New Realm Brewing Company out of Virginia Beach, Vegeta. And this says that Broken Skull India Pale Ale, a badass 6.7% IPA designed by Stone Cold Steve Austin. So obviously we're drinking this smoky hot. Not, just kidding. And El Segundo Brewing Company for the working man and woman. It features Citra, Cascade, and Chinook hops to deliver big flavor with an easy finish. Now stop reading and start enjoying this awesome beer. I think I will. Crack that open, give it a little bit of a pour, get a sip on camera, tell you guys what I think. Pour on right now. It's got some very light coloring. They also had an ale of this as well, but I'm a little more into the IPAs, obviously. More of like, you know, the hops here. Stronger. We'll save some in the can there. So looking at this right here, it looks very light in the amber color. It is unfiltered, so that way you can't see through it. Aromatics very strong on the Citra hops right there. Very, very fruity, very citrusy. So you get that right off the bat. A little lighter. It's really, really kind of is like the Budweiser of IPAs, in my opinion. You know, you see Stone Cold Austin in his wrestling matches, he gets the beers, cracks them open, slams them down. They're probably like Miller Lights or Coors Lights. This is kind of like the Coors Light of IPAs. Not overly in love. Not as bad as I was thinking it was going to be, but I'll give it a 3 out of 5. It does have a little bit on the back end for the hopsiness. Not much on the palate from the Citra. You get more of the aromatics and a little bit of bitter on the back end. Very easy drinkability if you want to give it a whirl. Otherwise, cheers to you guys. Bink! What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video about cryptocurrency and like the plug and play mining stuff that you can do at home. If this is your first time on the channel, please take a moment to subscribe, turn on the bell notification, like this video. Cheers to you. Now, today we are going to be talking about a platform that we've never actually talked about on this channel, and that is the Pi network. That was a mobile device mining operation where you had to log in, set your miner every 24 hours. You built your network in your circle, and the more people that you had, the more that you would mine. I think right now we are currently mining tokens at 0.02 Pi hash, whatever. I never really cared for the app or the platform. Didn't really see a lot of good in it. We'll go over on screen some of the stuff about what it does, and I'm going to show you some screenshots here. Well, the big thing is that Pi really wasn't a tradable token. It was kind of locked in on the phones. And one thing that really turned me off on the app, and I'm going to show you an example of that when we jump to the computer screen, is that when you started the mining procedure, quote unquote, it was very similar to what Electroneum wanted to do with the mobile mining. If you guys remember Electroneum, we were big with Electroneum back in about 2018. I still have like a handful of Electroneum on a paper wallet stored away in case that ever takes off. I haven't looked at Electroneum in ages, honestly. What are we in 2023 now? I haven't looked at Electroneum since easily 2019. I don't know anything about the coin or the token anymore. But once Pi came out, I always felt like that was kind of an experience and a mining experience on your mobile device that Electroneum could have replicated or should have been. But then as time went on and a lot of stuff with Pi, nothing happened. You were just mining these tokens that were sitting on your phone. They weren't going anywhere. There was really nothing to it. Then they added ads. And I was like, okay, now we're adding ads to this app. I get it, because that's where you're going to get your monetization. That's where you're going to get your money from. That's where you're going to help this grow. It's a mobile device. It's a mobile app. It's a mobile platform. There's guaranteed ads on everything. I just got into Vampire Survivor on my mobile phone, and yeah, it's a Steam game, but there's also ads on it. Very minimally invasive ads, which I might say. That's a different topic for a different conversation, like in Discord. But anyway, at the end of the day, all these games that we play have ads. You play Clash of Clans, you play what was the new one, Marvel Snap, all this stuff, ads. So it makes sense that these mobile devices have ads. On top of that, they also have the cryptocurrency, the Pi token, which they're trying to target Pi to be worth $314. So I'm going to do a little bit more of a crash course on Pi, reading exactly what CoinMarketCap shows on screen here in just a couple of minutes. But I wanted to talk about a few things, and I'm going to show all this again here on screen as well, is that I have 1,933 3 Pi tokens sitting here in my wallet. I have access to about 980 of them. The other 900 or 1,000 or so that I don't have access to is because I need the 2 people, Mind of Tron and Oxypetus, to get on and do some of this stuff, so that way I could potentially have access and withdraw these to the mainnet, because right now these tokens are just in the wallet and I have to send them to the mainnet. Now, if I was able to send them to the mainnet when this stuff launched, I would have been at about a $300 Pi token cost, and let's say if everything was perfect, it would have been $595,000 that I could have had from this token, and a platform I don't believe in. I still don't really believe in it. I'm trying to cash out and go away unless there's something that I'm missing, because I haven't done any more research on this in the past 2 years. I've always just turned on the app and mined because Mind of Tron told me to make sure I mined. So if everything was in a perfect world and I didn't have to KYC to get access to the mainnet, I would have that much monies. And I know that I was initially thinking of putting this video title as 300,000 down the drain, but that's over $500,000. So I think that's what I'm going to thumbnail and title this video. So anyway, I have a few screenshots I'm going to send over to the computer so that way we can look at them on screen together and we can just kind of go from there. If you're in Pi, let me know in the comments below how much Pi that you have, if you've been using this actively since it's been out, how big your circle is, how much money you potentially could have had if the mainnet was accessible. But we're going to talk about that here when I actually show a screenshot on why no one has access to the mainnet and why it doesn't really matter on what this token price is. So let's jump over. We're going to start on CoinMarketCap before I pull up these screenshots, because I am surprised to see this price. I don't know if this is fully legit. I think there was some disclaimer that came out saying, oh, the token's only on the testnet. This is like some bogus coin. But right now the coin is sitting at $95.25. If I were to cash out, I believe I have access to about 984 tokens if I can get onto the mainnet. Right now, if I was to be able to cash out at that would be $93,000 in the Pi token. Now, looking at the charts and what it's been doing for the past 3 months, pretty much since it got quote-unquote listed on exchanges, I'll show you where those could be listed here in just a second. It was up to $318 at its all-time high. If we go into the markets, there are some active markets that are trading it, so we can move our head out of the way. We've got YLDY, which is trading Pi USDT at $94.57. Bitmart, Pi USDT, all the pairings are Pi USDT, so I'm not going to repeat. 95.57, 95, 47, 95, 45, and they actually have some healthy volume here, so it really is a potential, if I can get KYC'd and get out, to make some serious profit on an app that I just randomly turned on for the past 3 years and didn't care for. I don't even think there's going to be a link in the description of this or a code to join under me, because it's just, I don't know. I never really cared for the platform. But now I'm also looking at these here. We're on superxxt.com, Bitconomy Exchange, which is Pi USDC and Pi USDT, where they're selling it about $4 to $6. Why I couldn't just grab them there and send them over to YLDY or Bitmart and then do some exchanges. Now, I'm willing to bet probably that the withdrawal on one of these centralized exchanges, and we talked about centralized exchanges before, and while I don't necessarily like them, is disabled, so you wouldn't be able to, quote-unquote, arbitrage some serious gains. If you can, let me know. And if you didn't think about that until now and you make some serious profit, don't forget to tip your dealer. Anyway, what exactly is Pi? We're going to show some screenshots here in just a second. What is the Pi Network? Of course, we paraphrase these. Pi Network is a novel cryptocurrency and developer platform that allows mobile users to mine Pi coins without draining the device's battery, reducing the environmental impact, and 2, fosters the world's most accessible and ubiquitous apps platform where developers can offer users real-life utilities and products in exchange for Pi coins. There's really not much going on in the app. The only thing new that they've recently done was add a Pi browser. And of course, we're loading right there. But yeah, so there's a Pi app and a Pi browser. I'm not going to show you the background on my phone. But yeah, all this stuff. Remember, do your own research. I'm not going to read all this, so you can go through here. It talks about it being somewhere that they want developers and people to be able to do stuff on their app. So let's jump into the screenshots, shall we? This is their app. This has been their app pretty much for the past few years. I haven't even looked at everything. Of course, these are just screenshots that I took, but I can look on my phone while I do it if these do anything. No, really. So I just clicked on buy 2022 right here. It just pulls up this screen that kind of gives me my stats. And you could see here that daily mining sessions, I've had 0 for 2022. Pi mined 0 for 2022. Pi from bonus contributions, 0. And I joined Pi 1,300 days ago. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see that. 1,300 days ago, I joined Pi. All right, so this button does nothing, so there's really nothing development on there. This button is just showing us what we are mining, so it kind of gives you a breakdown on boosters and what your mining rates are. So about every 24 hours, I'm getting 1.25 reward. I can increase by locking stuff up, which I don't really care to lock up. Pioneer, since I am a pioneer, I get an extra mining work. So I was one of the very first to be on here mining because of Oxypetus, who invited me in there. I only have 3 people on my team, so you can see here I've got Oxypetus, who invited me, and this is this button right here, the one of 3. I've got Oxypetus, Mindertron, and then someone named Fraudy Kristen Scar, who's inactive. Also, Oxypetus is active, but Mindertron is currently mining. Good for you, bud, if you watch this video. Next, we're going to click on the shield. The shield just shows our security circle. Nothing. It's this icon right here, 40%. Nothing crazy right there. And then lastly, you can go into the chat. It just brings you up to some chat, frequently asked questions and chat stuff there. Really nothing much crazy that is happening on this app where you can do anything or develop anything. So, Next screenshot we're going to take a look at. Oh, and every time you turn on your mining or do anything, you get ads like this, which is like, oh, how can you connect the water to the king so that way he can poop? And it's like, you know, it's like, oh, if you can get past level 3, you're a certified genius. When it's like, you just connect that to that. It's a rubbery hose. It's not that hard. Anyway, all right. Up next on the app, the main issues that we're having and why we can't become half a millionaires right now. What's going on here? Oh, well, the reason why we can't become millionaires right now and half a millionaires or even more right now is because we have to KYC, and that's the only thing. So if you go onto the actual app, you're going to get a step-by-step guide on what you need to do to convert your Pi tokens, and these are my Pi tokens here. Bing, bing, bing. These are my Pi tokens right here, 1,932. And I want to be able to send them to YLDY or the other markets that, if you want to find markets, you go to coinmarket.com, markets right here. I want to send it to either YLDY or Bitmart, which I do have accounts on, so that way I could, you know, cash out and take profit. $100,000 is going to be a nice chunk off of my mortgage, and I'd pay off my truck, so that way I don't have to make those payments anymore. Anyway, so yeah, so you have this whole list of tasks that you have to complete, and most of it's pretty simple. I'm going to go ahead and pull up the tasks right here just because I don't have the top one, but what you're going to do is when you go onto your balance, you can see right here, you go onto your mainnet in the balance screen, and of course I've got a purple and orange set of balances. The unverified balance is my balance, which I could send to the mainnet, and the purple is I think I'm back and forth. The orange is the unverified. The purple is the transferable balance to mainnet. So this is the balance of my referral tree where they need to get on and do all this stuff as well, and then it'll unlock that balance to me. So right now I have 945 Pi right there, 945 Pi tokens that I can't touch because it's from my referral team and my security circle, and they will be accurately calculated and become transferable to the mainnet as your referral team and security members verify their identities and KYC. So I know that Mind of Tron is actively trying to do the KYC as well. So that means probably about a third of that, so about 300 of those tokens will become available when KYC becomes available. Well, here's the issue. You go into your KYC your checklist. The top option right here on my screen where my mouse is currently wiggling, I have it cut off, but this one is download the Pi browser app, which we did. And these are things that you have to do to be able to access your tokens, transfer them to the mainnet so you can transfer them to an exchange so you can cash out. So we did that. It's completed. Next, then we have create a Pi wallet, which we did completed. Of course, we got security keys. Here's our public key. We have our private keys and everything all locked away in case this does actually go live. And by the time we get our tokens to the mainnet, they're worth more than $1. But anyway, the Pi wallet, we created that. We confirmed our Pi wallet. So then what it makes you do is you go in here in that 24 seed phrase that it gives you. You have to then type that in to confirm that that's your wallet. And then you commit to a lockup configuration. Being that I'm one of the pioneers, I must commit to a lockup, but I don't have to lock up anything. So I committed 0 Pi for 180 days because my goal was really to get to mainnet and cash out my Pi immediately so that I had tangible liquid on an app that I really don't care. Especially, I don't know. I don't know. I know everyone likes to hold stuff, but if I can access $500,000 in money right now, I could really use $500,000, pay off all my debt, and then I can just do YouTube videos back to a week, every single day basis. Anyway, next we've got submit your KYC application. So I've done that. and I'll show you what happens. So submit your KYC application. The only place you can do that in is the mobile browser. So when you go into the mobile browser, there's an option to KYC. After a few minutes of thinking, you get this screen. And this is what the browser looks like right here. Very, very basic browser. You've got your web address bar up here. Nothing fancy here. Pi KYC. It says, thanks for your interest in applying to Pi KYC. A slot is not available at this time. You'll receive an invitation when one becomes available. I know that they're doing this is because they're trying to regulate the price, trying to keep it balanced so that way people don't just get on like myself and dump at $96 and crash the token price, or it's not really legitimately on these sites. And I think that one article said that this is not the mainnet token. But what concerns me and what drew me to this was farting around on Twitter the other day. I think someone tagged me in a Pi post and it says 1 Pi equals 315 USDT. So that's what kind of got me going. I was like, well, is this a fake Pi post? Let me follow the social media channels and let me go back. And so now I'm looking at my Pi, and then I lost out on $500,000 because I didn't get the notifications or do KYC when no one was doing it, and now I'm on some bogus wait list. So very, very interesting. If it does become available and I do get the invite, and I don't know how, I don't think it has my email, honestly, because the way I signed in, let's see, let's go to our profile. The way I signed in was through, I could probably put oh, I got to verify my email address. Okay. Let's do this. Maybe that's why I'm not getting KYC. Let's do it live on the air. Waiting for verification. You guys get the the raw video. I'm waiting for the email. Let's go to the junk box. How are you waiting for verification when you haven't sent me an email? Let's make sure it's not in our junk. Yeah, it is. Verify your email address. Okay. Click here to log in. Boop. Maybe open mouth insert foot. Maybe by the end of the evening I will be able to KYC, and then I will be able to cash out and make some serious bank. Put that in our inbox so that way it knows not to. Man, my junk box is crazy. My Google accounts are locked? No. Hot Christian singles in your area? No. Farmers only? No. Ooh. P hashtag SSY finder. I gotta go through my junk box anymore. All right, so we just verified our email. Let's see what it says on the website here. Congratulations, your email price has been successfully verified. Boom, there we go. All right, so maybe now we'll get our KYC ability, and then we can go from there. Can we transfer our tokens? Token transfer? No. 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 I want to send my tokens somewhere. Preview unverified bonuses? No. 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 Anyway, we have to wait for KYC. So you'll receive an invitation when one becomes available. So now that we've got our email address in there, we should be able to get it. And of course, stay tuned because we will keep you guys posted. Anywho, that's going to do it for me today, guys. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please feel free to reach out to me on Telegram, Twitter, or Discord. Preferably Discord. It's where I talk to everybody. But stay tuned because we are going to follow up to see if we are able to access KYC and we are able to transfer our tokens to the mainnet. And we are able to cash out and maybe we'll be half a millionaires. So we'll see. Maybe this is our big break, a platform I've given zero shits about. I've never even promoted. I've never talked to you guys about it, except in Discord. I did it like 1 or 2 posts 1,300 days ago. But maybe I'll post a link in there, and if you guys want to jump on Pi and KYC yourselves, join the mining circle and earn more, especially if they're sitting at this amount of tokens on your smartphone, maybe the link will be in the description. I don't know. And maybe we'll do even more of this if there is popularity to this video. Otherwise, stay tuned to the channel, like, comment, subscribe, turn on the bell notifications. Tomorrow, we're probably going to talk about either SCP or helium. I was going to do 2 videos today, but I don't really need to. I've done a lot of house chores, and I'm trying not to drink a lot of beer at the moment. My wife asked me to detox because I went home from work early with chest pains and shortness of breathing the other day, and it's like, oh, you drink too much, you work out too much, you take too much caffeine, blah, blah, blah. So we're trying to behave, so we're not going to have 2 beers back to back and do 2 videos. But anyway, like, comment, subscribe, turn on the bell notification, all that good stuff. I'm O'Prius. We'll see you guys next time. Gotta drink it quick before she finds out.